Hey, what's up, everybody? G here with another video on kind of a request. A couple people, I should say, have asked for this. I kind of mumbled there. Anyway, so some people have asked about bass and or sub bass and dub techno, and I've gone over it in my streams a couple times, and maybe have kind of hinted on it in some of my other videos. The way I do it isn't necessarily right, but then again, that's kind of what I say about all my stuff. It's just the way I've learned and or figured out how to do it for myself. So we got a nice little tune thing going here, right? Like, I want some bass. So what I usually do is I load in operator, which is in the instruments here, right here, operator down here, this track here. And I set it to a sine wave, right? And then I leave it at this so I can hear it really well, because sometimes I'm working on music and I can't have my sub on because my daughter's asleep. So I'll go in and just kind of write something in here, usually about a 1-bar loop, because it doesn't need to have a lot of variation in it because it's just simple sub bass. Now you may want to add some more top end bass to it. And that's perfectly fine, and you might want to add some variation of that. In most music, sub bass tends to follow the lead. Or bass tends to follow the lead, like in progressive house and stuff like that. The bass is also usually in the same notes as the lead. It's just the lowest note in like the chord or the progression or the arp or something like that. Me, I tend to like to have more of a groove to mine, and that's probably house and techno influence. So let's try to do something here real quick, right? I didn't plan any of this out. I'm just kind of going off the cuff with this, so should be fun. Anyways, so we got this going. And I'm kind of thinking like, I like it kind of, it would be like, I got to make sure this is in G. So I'm just going to add in my scale and do a C minor and just go to G just to make sure my notes are in place. And you don't need to have a chord for bass. You can, but I generally don't. And you want it to be mono, but I'll add that in later. So I like this kick bass, which is your typical. Drop this down. So it's a little groovy line there. I'll probably extend this out a little bit. So I like my basses to be a little longer. I'm liking that. I'm going to turn my sub on so I can hear it. Then you're going to want headphones or something that can reproduce bass really well, because once I get this down in like the sub bass frequencies, you're not going to hear it on laptop speakers. You're not going to hear it on crappy headphones. So yeah, you're going to need good headphones. So if you don't have those on right now, or a good speaker system, you're going to want to get that. But before we get there, so pause this here, get your setup ready, and then anyways, I'm going to bring this down to about 100 because it's sub bass, so you're not going to hear it now. I bring the resonance down, and then I'm also going to go to my audio effects, grab utility, mono, because it's a bass line. So, and you know what else I'm going to do? I want this to be kind of loud, but an even sound, not a lot of dynamics, so I'm gonna push the limiter. So it's just grabbing, and this is just going to ensure that it's a consistent volume. So the high notes aren't louder than the lower notes. I mean, you can use a compressor for that, but I like using a limiter. But you know what? We put a compressor on here too. It'll help a little bit. It'll help so we don't have to drive the limiter so hard, because generally you don't want to drive the limiters that hard. Now for my bass frequencies, I tend to do a 4-to-1 and no knee, and I put the look ahead at 10 milliseconds just because it's a little better. So this is grabbing the top peak there. We'll boost this up so it's just underneath the output there, and then there we go. Get the limiter so it's hitting. This is just going to make sure that the higher notes aren't louder than the lower notes, and the compressor is going to help with that as well. Now, if you want me to go over something like how a compressor works, because there's a lot of misinformation out there about how compressors work, I can do that, or how limiters work, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments below. It's going to be a long video, I think. I'm at 5 minutes. Anyways. Okay, let's bring these down to sub-bass frequencies. We're going to pull these down so this just sticks out a little better. All right, we're at G3. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. So this one right here is going to be really low. This B1. Yeah, it's got to be. One more. You're not really going to hear that one unless it's on like a crazy system. So that's just too low. So we probably bring it up a little bit so we can hear it. I kind of like that, the higher. Boom, boom. Let's look at the notes here. Where are we hitting at? You know what? We're going to push the one bass line over here to hit on. So I kind of like it hitting on that. So we got to bring this guy over here like this. Oh, this note's a little off. Yeah, I'm not liking it there though. It's like 2. Let's bring it over. Just not swingy enough for me. We're getting way too much compression, so the lower notes are a little louder. So we'll bring this up. It's not so loud. Bring this down a bit. There we go. I mean, that's good. And then what I'm going to do too on here, just to ensure that I'm not getting any overlap from the kick and whatnot, we're gonna just punch boxes my kick. VST I'm using right now, I'm gonna do pre-effects because I just need it to be there. And then for my side chaining on stuff, I take the ratio all the way to infinity, so it's like acts like a limiter. This is at 1, no knee, look ahead 10 seconds, and then this is just going to ensure that the kick punches through pretty good. And then, so that's pretty much my sub bass. Now, I'll chop it up to be a little different depending on which part of the song it's in. So like the main bits of it where the synth is going kind of heavy, it'll be going in this loop. But for other stuff, I may just have this single long one like at the intro. So it's just like bang, you know, and it's just there. I don't know. Other than that, that's kind of sub bass. That's all there is to it. You don't really have to do much else. You know, some EQ tweaking and things like that, but that's for the mix down. That's not for this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me, or a thumbs down. Either way, any type of interaction really helps me. If you didn't like the video, obviously give it a thumbs down and tell me in the comments how much you hate me. Anyways, this has been G. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.